When you have a history of greatness, the real challenge starts after the finish line.
I can taste triumph with the heart of a lion.
When victory alone isn't enough, you chase something greater, no matter how difficult the path. On the dirt, in the sand, and beyond. The new 2024 Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot, part of our most rugged trail sport lineup yet. From Honda.
Welcome to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob DeGate. Glad to have you joining us here on Bayou Time, and I'm pleased to have us joining us via Zoom. We have Captain Brennan Mathern of the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office. Thank you very much for joining us.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
All right. It's my understanding, I guess you have arrest to update us on, but it seems the facts are kind of disturbing in this one, but can you go ahead and give us an update on it?
Absolutely. So on Monday, we made an arrest of 29-year-old Ivan Reyes of Cutoff. And Mr. Reyes, a 29-year-old, was actually, this case was submitted to us. There you see Mr. Reyes right there. This case was submitted to us from the Louisiana Office of the Attorney General. We're part of an Internet Crimes Against Children task force in involvement with the Attorney General's office. And they had reported that he was in possession of potentially 12 pornographic images involving children. So we obtained electronic search warrants, conducted a thorough search of social media messaging apps. There was several of those apps that we went into, contacted those app companies to receive information, to hold information for us. And as we identified it, we were able to find that he was actually in possession of not only the 12 original, but 6 additional pornographic images. And these images and videos involve children as young as an infant. We also found, disturbingly enough, if that wasn't disturbing enough, 15 additional images and videos where an unknown male was engaged in sexual acts with a dog. And ultimately, because he was in possession of those pornographic images illegal pornographic images, we seized all computers and electronic devices to further the investigation. On Monday when he was arrested, again, he was booked on Monday in the Parish Correctional Complex, charged with 18 counts of child pornography and 15 counts of sexual abuse of an animal. His bail is set at $375,000. And it's important to note that our investigation is continuing. Like I mentioned, we seized all of his electronic devices, so additional charges are always possible if we find anything else.
Well, it is certainly an alarming arrest that something like this can be going on right here in your community. We certainly thank the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office and the Attorney General's Office and that task force. It performs very important work.
Absolutely. And you know, there was some, he wanted to provide some clarification for the public. We, charged him possession of pornography involving juveniles is one thing, but the 15 counts of sexual abuse of an animal, it's important to note for the public that that statute covers whether you're caught in the actual commission of the actual sexual abuse or whether you possess images or videos or things of that nature involving sexual abuse. So it's an unknown male that we saw in the videos and images, but because he was in possession of it, it's all the same statute, and that's why he was charged with that particular statute.
All right. And like I said, bail was set at $375,000, which seems to be appropriate in this case, and he's currently booked in the Lafourche Parish Correctional Complex.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got a couple of minutes left. I know it. Moving on to, I guess, happier note. It's Mardi Gras time, a season, our time for celebration, getting out there, having a little fun. But I know that safety is always a key during this time. Can you tell us some things that the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office are doing, or wants to remind people to help keep them safe?
Well, as far as the Sheriff's Office, like we've talked about before here, audience. We are definitely, going to be at every parade throughout Lafourche Parish, whether it be in the municipalities of the city of Thibodaux, town of Golden Meadow, town of Lockport, all of which have parades this coming weekend and into Mardi Gras Day. What's important for the public to note is that because we had a number of parades that were canceled or moved on this past Sunday, that means that we were able to move some of those resources, some of those deputies that were assigned to that parade, and they're going to be reassigned to these other parades. So the plus side of that is we're gonna have even more presence, probably more presence than we've had in some of these parades that you've seen in a long time. So if you are attending any of these parades and you do see an increased presence of deputies for any reason, don't be alarmed. Again, that's just for your safety. Quite frankly, the more deputies you have on the route, hopefully the more law enforcement presence you have, the less likely it is for you to encounter issues and problems. As far as safety, we haven't had any issues yet with the parades that we've had, so we continue to ask the public to be cooperative and understand that all the normal laws apply during Mardi Gras season as they would on any other day. We appreciate the public's cooperation as we continue to provide a family atmosphere for residents and visitors alike here in Lafourche Parish during our carnival season.
Oh, and I know that, during the time, of course, some people like to have a few alcoholic beverages. It's also important, I guess, to remind people out there to make sure and have your plan ahead time on who's going to be driving home, so you have that designated driver as well.
Exactly. Like I said, the same laws apply as any other time. We will have additional deputies out on the roadways. We are in the midst of the Drive Sober, Get Pulled Over campaign through Mardi Gras. So we want to let people know that we will have deputies looking for signs of intoxicated drivers out there. So be warned. Do not get behind the wheel drunk. And if you're going to a parade, make sure you have a way to get home safely without having to worry about driving after you've had something to drink.
Well, thank you very much, Captain, for going on. Looks like we're about out of time, but we appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Stay tuned for more right here on HTV.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bourke, know your rights.